Hey y'all, welcome to Conservation Kitchen. I'm Kim with NBU's Conservation and Customer Solutions Department. This is season 2, episode 1 of Conservation Kitchen. We're just so excited to be back. This is where we show you how to make interesting and always delicious recipes that are fun to make and save a little bit of energy in the kitchen too. In honor of fall and the welcome cooler temperatures, we're going to be making a pumpkin-shaped cheese ball. It's great for parties or just because you love this time of year. It's easy and delicious. Now, we've already posted our recipe online, so you can see the exact measurements that we use for each of the ingredients in today's recipe. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to need, for this recipe, cream cheese, and you'll want to make sure that it's softened, veggie cream cheese, ranch mix, either spicy or regular, just depending on your taste. You're gonna want some diced bell pepper, and we're gonna wanna reserve the stem for later, sliced green onions, and cheddar cheese. Now, this recipe calls for 2 cups of cheddar cheese, one of which you'll use in the mixture, the other we'll reserve for later. So let's go ahead and get these ingredients into the bowl. We're gonna start off with our cream cheeses. We're gonna put that in there, and then let's get that in there. My friend the spatula, getting all that cheesy goodness in there. Okay, and our ranch mix, our bell pepper, woo, that spicy ranch mix is strong, but it doesn't make it hot. It just gives it a little extra oomph. Okay, so our green onion and also our cup of cheddar cheese. I'm gonna put that in there, okay? Now, like I said, we're gonna reserve our cheddar cheese and our stem for later. Now that we have all the ingredients in the bowl, we're gonna need to mix this all together. Now you can use some good old-fashioned elbow grease to get this together, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use a hand mixer. Now this is a 150 watt appliance, so theoretically you can make this recipe up to 60 times before you end up spending 2 cents. So that's super efficient. Let's go ahead and get it mixed up. Try not to make a huge mess. Make sure you're turning it around so we get all of the ingredients in there. All right, and just like that, that comes together. So I'm gonna increase the speed here. Make sure we get all of that cheese in there. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and unplug it, because remember, even if we're not using the appliance, it can still draw energy. So we'll unplug that. And you see that it makes quite a bit of this mixture here, okay? So we're gonna go ahead and put that to the side, because what we'll need to do now is we're gonna need to bring out our plastic wrap. So you'll need the plastic wrap so we can form the ball. So let's go ahead and get this opened up. We're gonna place some of this plastic wrap right here in the middle. Okay, just like that. Now, remember the cheddar cheese that we reserved to the side? We're just gonna sprinkle a little bit of it in the center. And that's gonna create the base of our pumpkin. Ooh, I love cheese. Now look, this recipe calls for 2 cups of cheddar cheese. If you're a cheese lover like me, you might fudge a little bit on that cheese measurement. And that's totally fine. I'm not gonna tell anybody. And now we're gonna go ahead and spoon this mixture right on top. So you can make 1 huge cheese ball, or you can make 2 small ones. I prefer to do the smaller ones just because they're a little bit easier to work. So you don't have to be perfect. Just put half of that mixture onto that cheese. Okay, so once we have that, I use my knife to kind of help me out here. we'll just put this to the side. We're gonna take the rest of our cheese that we've reserved and we're gonna go ahead and just place it on the top, put some on the sides, and then we're gonna go ahead and try to form the ball of the pumpkin. So what I do is just kind of try to work the cheese into the shredded cheese into our mixture here. And then once you kind of got that ball shape, then you can wrap it all up. Okay, and then use your hands to create the ball. Okay? And so once you get the desired shape, should look something like that. Once you get the desired shape, you're gonna actually take some rubber bands right here, and we're gonna use these to create the grooves in the pumpkin. So we're gonna wrap it around just like that. Again, it doesn't need to be perfect. They'll get the idea. And so we'll go ahead and put it just like that. We'll kind of create this little starburst shape on there. Okay, and let's just do one more. Okay, so it should just look like that. And the bottom, you can kind of like just arrange it so it looks like that. You see those grooves in there? That's really gonna make it look like a pumpkin. Now that we have our pumpkin, you do wanna chill this for at least 2 hours. It is preferable to leave it in the refrigerator overnight because then all the flavors will get infused into that cheese and it's just gonna taste so delicious. So let's go ahead and put this in the fridge. I actually have one that I've already made. So this is what's gonna look like after it's chilled. It's more firm, a little bit easier to hold its shape, right? So we're just gonna take these rubber bands off and open this puppy up. Okay, now I've got my plate of crackers here. And we've got our cheese ball. Now I did wash my hands before this and I'm just gonna place it right there in the middle. Okay, so kind of, you can turn it, if you have friends coming over, you could turn it over to the prettier side. We'll do that. And then that stem that we reserved, we're just gonna place it right on top. Just gonna push it right there in the middle. And there you have it. That's how you make the pumpkin shaped cheese ball. Now, before I give it a taste, I'm gonna give you a little bit of an energy tip. With cooler temperatures, heaters are gonna start kicking on. So keep in mind that heating and cooling can make up to 40% of your utility bill. So one thing that we recommend to customers is using the 4x4 method. If you're gonna be away from your home for at least 4 hours, we do recommend on the heat setting, lowering it down at least 4 degrees while you're gone. Now, one thing that can give you greater control is a smart thermostat. So we actually have a rebate for that. You can actually get an $85 rebate credit if you purchase one of the 2 that are listed as the smart thermostat. You can check that rebate out by going to www.nbutexas.com/rebates. Whew, that was a mouthful. Now, if you need some help, you can always give us a call. It's 830-608-8925. Again, 830-608-8925. Go ahead and check that out. Now, let's go ahead and give this cheese ball a taste. I'm so excited. Oh, and here's the one that I made earlier with its little jack-o'-lantern face, which I totally think is so adorable. And we're just gonna put a little bit, let me take it from the back. Okay, I'm gonna take some from the back so I don't ruin his face. And let's give this a taste. Nothing like cheese in the morning. Good job, Kim. Okay, that will definitely give him pumpkin to talk about. That is so delicious, so good. I want to have more, but I'm not gonna be rude because, you know, I do have to share this with everyone. Thanks for joining us. If you decide to make this, please take a photo and tag us by using the hashtag Conservation Kitchen And as always, skimp on energy and not on taste. Have a great day, a great weekend, and enjoy this fall weather.